Hello and welcome to another tutoring video of me, the tutor, and this time we're looking at the Edexcel iGCSE topic of the superpower relations and the Cold War. And we're going to be looking at question 3, the bullet point question at the end, the big 16 marker, and we're going to be looking at what was the most important cause of the Cold War. Okay, so in this video we're going to talk through the causes of the Cold War and revise them with a little quiz and then plan an answer for question 3 and produce a, hopefully, very good answer towards 16 marks, so you can see how to develop a really good answer for this particular question, and you can go away with confidence and practice some other questions as well. So before we go through the answer, do revise knowledge on the cause of the Cold War. We'll have a quick quiz and then we'll go through the answer together. Right, so now let's go to a quiz. So here we are, a quick quiz, 10 questions to revise your knowledge. So take a look through them, maybe use a revision guide or my YouTube videos to revise your knowledge if you get a bit stuck. So pause for now and give it a go. So here's some answers then. So question number 1, what's the name of the American doctrine to keep the world free from communism? Well, we've got the Truman Doctrine. How much martial aid was given to Europe? Stop communism. So you got $13 billion initially, but that rose eventually to around about $17 billion. You'll find two different answers in textbooks, depending on whether it's short-term or long-term answers. Which country tried to accept martial aid and was taken over by a communist coup? That's Czechoslovakia. Name the Czech minister that died in mysterious circumstances in 1948, so Jan Masaryk. So he wanted to have the martial aid, but strangely enough died, and then there was a coup to take over Czechoslovakia. Question number 5. What did USA, Britain and France do in Germany that caused upset with Russia? They brought their zones together with a shared currency. So we get the idea of bizonia. The West unifies the zones. After a conference and some discussions, Russia does not join their zone, so we get Germany split into 2 zones. When did they do this? So March 1948. What did Stalin set up in reaction to martial aid? So Comecon. This was not giving any money to anyone, but it was sharing communist economic policies. So they all had similar economic policies like 5-year plans and collectivization, etc. When was the Berlin blockade? So after the split up and arguments over Germany, Stalin tried to remove the West from West Berlin and blockaded Berlin. And this was started in June 1948. What was the name of the American operation to help Berlin? This is called Operation Vittles. So they were going to bring in supplies with an airlift to try and keep West Berlin and not let the Russians take it over. What was the name of the famous airlift of April 1948? The airlift was very, very successful, and by 1948 we get the Easter parade with thousands of tons of food being delivered. This was a sign to Stalin that he could not win with his blockade. The West were not going to give in and keep delivering supplies to the blockaded West. Okay, so let's have a look at a question now. So here it is. It says, Stalin's expansion in East Europe was the most important cause of the Cold War. How far do you agree? Explain your answer. You may use the following in your answer. Stalin's expansionism in Eastern Europe or ideological difference. You must also include information of your own, and it's 16 marks. So what I'd like to do is I would like you to have a think about the skills you think you need to show to answer this question. So pause now and look through the wording of the question. It says things like you must do this and you may do this. So list some of the skills you think you need to show to gain lots of marks. Pause now and have a think. Okay, so here's what I've come up with. Now, you may want to make a note of some of this in your revision guide or in your notebook if you don't have my revision guide, so you're aware of the skills to show. Now, firstly, we've been given 2 bullet points and it says you must also include information of your own. That means we need to give 3 arguments, really. So we need 3 different P or paragraphs. Be very clear that this information of your own, it's very clear in the mark scheme that you can't really get above half marks without developing some ideas of your own. So you need to have these P paragraphs. Make sure in your P paragraphs you have some good factual examples in each paragraph. You've got some knowledge and understanding. So make sure you then explain the impact of the events you've given. Explain the impact of the examples, how they have led to Cold War tensions developing, or not if you're going to evaluate. Explain widely. In your link section, if you're going to do a link section in your paragraph, try to consider different people, places or times. So you're doing maybe a short-term and then a long-term impact in how this is causing Cold War tensions. You might want to evaluate. So you might want to decide which is the most important. It's telling you Stalin's expansion in Eastern Europe is the most important. How far do you agree? So you might want to give strengths and weaknesses to decide which of the different ideas is the most important cause. And at the end, round it all off with a nice conclusion. Make it clear how much you think Stalin's expansion in Eastern Europe was the most important cause. So let's start thinking about this in more detail by making a plan. You'll find this in my revision guide, but if you haven't got that, you can work on paper. Come up with some different arguments. So the first thing I'd like to do is think about some of your different arguments you could have. So we've been given Stalin's expansion in Europe, and of course we've been given ideological difference. What would be a third argument? Can you have a think of one? Pause me now and have a quick think. So I think you could go with divisions at the peace conference as well as a third idea. It's quite a common sense, simple one. It leads to lots of consequences. But also you can compare the divisions at the peace conference quite nicely with Stalin's expansion and also ideological difference. So pause me now and come up with a plan in detail. List some of the ideas from your revision notes of how you'd develop some ideas around Stalin's expansion, ideological difference and divisions at the peace conference. So list some ideas now. Away you go. So here are some ideas I've said. So by 1946, the long telegram and the Iron Curtain speech made it clear Stalin was turning Eastern Europe communist. This led to the Truman Doctrine, of course. You've got your impact, Truman Doctrine, perhaps martial aid as well. 1948, the killing of the Czech opposition leader and the Berlin blockade seemed to prove Stalin wished to expand communism and was being aggressive. Second argument, long-term ideological difference. So capitalist USA had feared communism for a long time. Events like the Red Scare and development of Comintern, the Communist International to spread communism around the world, had led to fear. Both sides did not fully trust each other. This was made worse by the atomic bomb. Misunderstandings kept developing because they didn't really trust each other. And finally, we have the divisions at the peace conferences. So Stalin and the West disagreed about what to do about Germany, the resulted in the Berlin blockade. The spy zonia developed out of those initial zones. They also disagreed about free elections in Eastern Europe. Stalin wanted a buffer zone, protect Russia from future invasions, whilst the West wanted free countries from elections. So how are we going to turn this into an answer? So here is a nice writing frame to follow. We've got a nice P style. So we're going to say, firstly, Stalin's expansion of Europe was quite or very important as a cause of the Cold War because we're going to make our point of argument about why it caused things, give some evidence to back that up, then we're going to explain this meant Stalin's expansion led to Cold War tensions because, and explain. Then we're going to have a valuative link. So we think it's really important, we're going to give a furthermore about some further impact. Or if we think it's less important, we could give a weakness and say a however. So we're setting up our argument and building our opinion and conclusion throughout the answer. So let's work through this first one together. So here's an opening sentence for you to finish. Firstly, Stalin's expansion in East Europe was very or quite important as a cause of the Cold War because. So what do you think you'd say as your first reason? So remember, Stalin's expansion in Eastern Europe is causing tension. So maybe you just need something simple along those lines. Pause me now and finish the first sentence. Okay, so I said, firstly, Stalin's expansion in Eastern Europe was a very important cause of the Cold War because it led to increased suspicion between East and West. Okay, so now give an example. So you can obviously talk about expansion in Eastern Europe, mention some countries and dates of when things were happening. Pause now and away you go. Okay, so I said, for example, in 1946, it seemed clear to the West that Stalin was making countries like Poland, Czechoslovakia and Hungary communist. You could mention about the free elections and information about that if you know some of those ideas as well. So now let's explain the impact. This meant Stalin's expansion led to the Cold War because, think about short-term impacts of this. So we've got the long telegram, we've got the Iron Curtain speech starting to cause tensions. Maybe you can explain something around those ideas. Pause now and away you go. Okay, so I've said this meant Stalin's expansion led to the Cold War because the long telegram and Churchill's Iron Curtain speech led to the US president announcing the Truman Doctrine and then martial aid to stop the spread of communism. This increased suspicion and division. Stalin felt this was to stop communism and therefore banned Eastern European countries from accepting martial aid and gave them Comecon to control their economies. You could also develop this a little bit further to say that Stalin felt this was almost like a capitalist imperialism as well by giving all this money out. How do you take this a step further then? So furthermore, this increased tension as, and you could have a further sort of longer term impact, or you could say, however, if you don't think this is the most important idea. So pause now, come up with your next idea. So I said, furthermore, this increased division as Czechoslovakia wanted to have martial aid. This led to a communist coup to seize power and the killing of the previous Czech Foreign Minister Masaryk. This convinced Truman that the communists were brutal and would spread communism with murder and violence. He therefore developed a policy of containment to stop communism, so we get some Cold War aggression developing. So now come up with your next idea. Think back to our plan and use this writing frame in front of you to write your second paragraph about ideological difference. Most people seem to think ideological difference is very important, perhaps the most important in leading to mistrust. Mistrust could be part of your idea, if you like, and suspicion, setting up your argument. So pause now and come up with your idea. Okay, so here's what I've said. Secondly, long-term ideological difference was very important to cause the Cold War because it meant that both sides were suspicious of each other. For example, the USA had been worried about communism for a long time, as shown by the events like the Red Scare and the opposition to communism in the Russian Civil War. This meant ideological difference led to the Cold War because neither side trusted each other in a post-war world. Truman thought that Stalin was aggressively expanding in Eastern Europe, while Stalin thought he was creating a buffer zone against future invasion. This led to the Cold War as the Americans brought in the Truman Doctrine to stop what they thought was communist expansionism. Furthermore, this led to the Cold War as neither side trusted each other about the atomic bomb. Truman did not share information about the bomb, and Russia began to make a bomb as fast as possible. So by 1949, Russia had an atomic bomb, and the Cold War tension increased as the arms race began. So you've got ideas of not trusting each other and suspicion developing. So finally, you can give another idea about maybe the peace conferences Yalta and Potsdam. So you can see a writing frame here. Again, have a go. Look back at our plan, see if you can explain an answer. You may want to consider this is quite important, but perhaps the other two, particularly ideological difference, are really causing some of these suspicions from these conferences to develop. So pause it now and give this one a go. Okay, so here's my idea. I've said, finally, the failures of the Second World War peace treaties were quite important as a cause of the Cold War because their failure created opportunities for tension to develop. For example, to help rebuild Germany after the war, the treaties of Yalta and Potsdam split Germany into 4 zones and split Berlin into 4 zones. This meant Yalta and Potsdam led to the Cold War because the countries disagreed about the unification of Germany. In March 1948, the Western Allies joined their zones together and Russia refused to join them and unify Germany. This led to increased tension as both sides blamed each other and Germany was split. Furthermore, this developed into the Berlin blockade as the Russians tried to force Western powers to leave Berlin. This increased tension as the first major international fallout between East and West. However, it is not the most important cause, as without ideological difference and distrust that had developed, then the peace treaties may have been more successful and not failed. So you could, as you can see there, have made that paragraph a Germany paragraph if you wanted to, but it flows quite nicely coming out to the peace conference as well. It gives you an opportunity. You could have talked about Japan, you could link to Hiroshima, there's lots you could have talked about. Finally, you need to give a short conclusion. I'll leave this little writing frame and some of these ideas here with you. I think our view is pretty clear that ideological difference is most important and that Stalin expansionism perhaps the second most important. So we can make that clear and we can explain, therefore, ideological difference really leads to the suspicion in all areas. Okay, only needs to be 3 or 4 sentences if you've got time. Of course, if you've done a paragraph like I've done already, where you've got nice clear opening sentences and nice clear end sentences, then your reader should already know what your answer is by the time they get to the conclusion. Okay, well, I hope you found that useful, and if you did, there's lots more help on my YouTube channel, so do subscribe and have a look through my playlist there for loads more help, and do also look at the links for this video, and you can find all sorts of information about my revision guides going to my Amazon pages. Lots of help there for you to be successful. Well, hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.